All right, so we're gonna look at our second type of problem. This can be when we're trying to find our original. So the price of Wi-Fi has increased 20% over the last year. This year, the Wi-Fi costs $90 per month. How much did it cost last year? So my important numbers, I've got 90, I've got 20%. I'm trying to figure out how much it cost last year, okay? And I know it's increasing. So first off, I'm gonna start if I know my percent. And I know my 20% is going up. So it says the 20% over last year, okay? We don't know what last year is, so that's my original number. This is my 100%. We're applying that 20% to the 100%. We don't know what that number is, what we started off with, but we do know now we're at 90. Now we're at 90. So we can actually solve this. There's really like two ways that you'd probably want to try to solve it. And the first way, I'm actually gonna do this problem. I'm gonna switch things up a little bit this time, is I'm gonna make my double number line. So I can see what's going on here. And I'm gonna put my percents at the bottom, my money at the top, and for $0, I have 0%, makes sense. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what 100% is. So I'm just gonna figure out 100%. I don't know what that is, but I do know when it goes up 20%, we're now at $90. We're now at $90 when it goes up 100%. So 100% plus 20% would be 120%. So I'm gonna look. Okay, there's a lot of thinking that you have to think. We're thinking we're going up by 20%. That's my jump. So I need to go down by 20%. So 80, 60, 40, 20. So there's my percents. I'm jumping by 20s at the bottom. And now I have to figure out what I'm jumping by at the top so I can make that jump there. So I'm gonna see, all right, how many jumps do I have to make to get to 90? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to make 6 jumps to get to 90. Okay, so let me see. So I'm trying to get to 90 in 6 jumps. What am I gonna be jumping by? I'm gonna actually use my calculator on this. I'm gonna do 90 divided by 6, and I'm gonna see them get 15. That means my jumps at the top are going by 15. If I'm going by 20% at the bottom, I'm going by $15 at the top. So 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. Now my question was, how much did it cost last year? And if you remember, my last year, because that's what we're applying the percent to, is 100%. So I'm gonna find 100%, see what's above it, and it's 75. So my answer using the double number line is $75. That was my cost last year. Now, if I want to represent this with a picture, I can think about, okay, we're trying to figure out last year, and that's 100%, and we don't know what that is, right? That's my missing number. This year, I have that 100%, but I still don't know, but I'm adding to it 20%. I'm adding to it 20%. Now I can't make that jump and just do 20% times something to find that part because I don't know what that thing is. So this is where you're going to want to use an equation. And in math, equation writing is what's going to help you. So I'm going to tell you, in the real world, you're probably not going to sit there and draw a double number line. You're going to want to use the equation. So we know that this year is 100% plus 20%. 100% plus 20% is going to give me 120%. Okay, so it's going to be 100. My answer is going to be 120% of whatever that number is. And I'm using a question mark. For algebra, I probably should use an X. So I'm gonna rewrite my equation here, or my 120% of x as 1.20. Remember, you just move that decimal point or divide by 100 times x. We don't know what that is yet. That's my original. Is going to be 90. And to undo multiply, we divide. So we would do 90 divided by 1.20 equals my x. So I'm going to do 90 divided by 1.2. And you can see, I don't know if you can see the calculator on there, I get 75. Look, we got it two different ways. So drawing a double number line, great way to show how it works. The equation is how algebra is using our algebra and probably kind of where we're going. So here's another one. Okay. The price of a used truck decreased over the last year by 25%. The new price is $2,700. What was my original price? All right. So I'm going to circle my numbers. I'm trying to figure out the original. That's my question. And the word decrease tells me it's going down. So the easiest part to pick out here is I do have my percent, which is 25%. And it says decrease, so it's going down. I want to figure out, is 2,700 my new number, or is it going to be my 100% or my original? Well, the 25% says it's over the last year. So the original or my 100%, I don't know. But I do know my new number is 2,700. Okay. So just like on the last one, we can do those two different ways. First way is a double number line. So I'm going to compare my money with my percent. And if I have $0, it's 0%. I'm trying to figure out my 100%. Right, that's what I'm trying to figure out. And then I got to figure out my 25%. So my 25% is a decrease. So it's getting smaller by 25%. So 100% minus that 25% is going to put me at 75%. So that's my 2,700. That's my new number. That's at my, after I take away that 25%. Well, I got to put in my extra tally marks because we need to figure out what we're jumping by. And if I'm going down by 25s, I'm going to go down by 25. So 75, 50, 25. I'm going to put my corresponding dashes at the top, or tick marks at the top. And I'm going to then go and I'm going to see, all right, 1, 2, 3 jumps gets me to 2,700. So I need to think, okay, well, what am I counting by to get to 2,700 in 3 jumps? I would get out my calculator and I'm going to have 900. So that means I'm counting by 900. So this one's 900, and then 2 900s is 1,800 there, plus 900, plus another 900 gets me to 3,600. So I'm trying to figure out 100%. So here's my 100%. It's 3,600. So my answer is 3,600. The other way we could do this is an equation. And again, this is probably the way that we want to start practicing or making sure we know how to do this. So I know I could draw a picture and I have my 100%, right? And we don't know what that is. So I'm just gonna right away just put an X because I don't know what that is, right? And I am taking away 25% of it. I'm taking away 25% of it. So I'm subtracting 25% of that X, and I don't know what that is. I don't know what this number is. So thinking about, to find this piece that's left over, to find the piece that's left over. I started with 100%, and now I'm subtracting away 25% of it. 100 minus 25 is 75%. So that means this piece here that I'm left over with is 25%. And it's 25%, 75% of that original, of my missing number. I don't know what that is. Okay, it's 75% of the original. I'm gonna write this as an expression using a decimal. So I'm gonna go up here. Times my x is gonna be equal to my new number. Well, I know my new number, it's 2,700. Now, if I were to undo this, now remember, this means multiply. To undo division, or undo multiply, I divide. So I'm gonna do 2,700 divided by 0.75. So 2,700 divided by 0.75. I don't know if you can see it on my calculator, but it says 3,600. So we got the answer 2 different ways. All right. So to solve these problems when we know the we don't know the original, the best 2 ways are to do the equation and the double number line. You can't find that percent yet, so we can't do that third way.